Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to another great video. And guess what we have here today with us? It's Fatty. It's Fatu. Fatty, look. Say hi. Say hi, Fatty. You're such a cute little Russian blue. He's my little boy. I never loved cats until he came in my life, and now I can't live without cats. He's my little Rahu. Right, Fatty? Say hi. I'm Fatty, and I always just want food. That's why I come in this room. So, anyway, guys, welcome to another great video of Navamsa Nakshatra. Awesome video on Navamsa Nakshatra. And today, we're going to be covering a person who has passed away. A person who is a very dear person to my great friend, Dennis Harness. He's a brilliant astrologer. I call him my friend because, you know, we hang out, man. I mean, we're like golf buddies. So, you know, this person is his guru. And we're going to be talking about this person, and we're going to be comparing his birth and Navamsa Nakshatra. Let's I know so much fun, and I know I'm teasing a lot of people who are waiting for like the Venus Nakshatra video. I'm gonna make you so impatient. Ooh, man. Anyway, let's share a screen, and we're gonna be talking about none other than Yogananda, Paramsara Yogananda. So he has passed away, so no problem sharing his horoscope. And his horoscope was actually available in his own book, I believe, Biography of a Yogi. So here it is. And this time, and I'm sorry to all my friends who follow South Indian chart, there's no way for me to get two of these things in the same way to do the you know, nakshatra and the birth chart at the same time. What I will do is I will put digitally South Indian chart and nakshatra here on my editing screen, so you'll still see it. So Yogananda, okay, was born as a Leo ascendant in the birth chart. He's a Taurus ascendant in the Navamsa. Now here's another thing. A lot of you yesterday were saying, well, Amitabh Bachchan has an Aries Navamsa, or Amitabh Bachchan has a Capricorn Navamsa. I don't know, first of all, what birth time are you using? Because the birth time was right there on the screen of, I believe, 4 or 5 p.m. Because I'm using this time that was given by KRSchannel Raaj in his book. And actually, Amitabh Bachchan's mother went to KRSchannel Raaj during the time when he had an accident in '82. So the best source was Amitabh Bachchan's own mother. So I don't know where you guys are getting your time of birth, but I follow the main man, KRSchannel Raaj. And also you got to be careful what software you're using, what Ayanamsha you're using, how the programming of that software is, because it'll give you a different ascendant. I have seen my own chart in 3 different software give 3 different ascendant of my Navamsa and Dasamsha. And this is the reason why I only trust Parashara Light. Parashara Light is a brilliant software, and Sri Jyotish Star. 2 softwares that I only trust. So I have Parashara Light since the beginning, so I don't need the other one. So if you look, first of all, let's forget the birth chart. Okay, for birth chart, I think I've gone over it like 4 times now, twice with Dennis Harness and twice with someone else, I think. Let's concentrate on his Navamsa. Okay, Navamsa Nakshatra. So if you notice, his ascendant nakshatra is Kritika. And his moon is in Kritika Nakshatra. So remember, Navamsa Nakshatra will really show its effect after the age of 36. Will really show its effect when you have matured into your spiritual path. So if anybody remember, especially if you have seen the movie Awake, the documentary of Yogananda, you will know that when he went to foreign lands in California, there was a big scandal that happened, sexual scandal at Yogananda's ashram, where he was accused and his friend was accused of something which later on was proven wrong. But if you were to see the birth chart, you'd be like, how can this person get into a scandal? I don't really see what could happen. But here, if you notice, the Kritika Nakshatra becomes active, especially with Moon and Ascendant Nakshatra. And then Kritika Nakshatra is about fire rituals. And it's about coming across authoritative figures, CEO, CFO, government people, civil servant people. Yogananda, when he came to the United States, he was attracting all the rich politicians, rich celebrities, and government officials. Some other people, there was a person who I believe passed away back in 2011 who was a multi-billionaire. And yet he became a Yogananda devotee, didn't care for his money and all that. And he was doing Kriya Yoga since then. Now, the word Kriya Yoga came into play, right? What made him love Kriya Yoga and spread Kriya Yoga as part of his career? Aha. So look at his birth chart. 10th house is Taurus. Lord of the 10th house, Venus, is in the 4th house and in Nakshatra of Jyeshtha. If you know information about Jyeshtha Nakshatra, as I came across through Dr. Pai and Sandeep, my Nakshatra gurus, Jyeshtha is very much involved in yoga, Hatha yoga, extreme yoga, and Kriya yoga. That's all you have to see. And he is going to be practicing his career in a privacy of a home or a private space, not going out in the world. So when he came to United States, Yogananda built his own, you can call it ashram, you can call it something where he lived, where everybody else lived, where they did yoga. So that became part of his karma. Okay. Then, if you look, Saturn is in the nakshatra of Punravasu, while controlling his 10th lord and 9th lord in Navamsa, 9th house of gurus, teachers, counselor, advisors, father, long distance travel. 10th house of teachings of the father, teachings of the guru, and work environment. So both of this lord goes into the 3rd house of movement, okay? And at the same time, because it's in the nakshatra of Punravasu, and remember what I said about Punravasu, return of the light, something which was gone down, distinguished, came back again. And because Saturn is a karma planet, his job was to revive Kriya Yoga. He brought Kriya Yoga back. And especially he had to travel to a foreign place. Why foreign place? Rahu was there with Saturn. But also what happened is Rahu is in the nakshatra of Ashlesha. Ashlesha is a nakshatra that obviously I told you is about ropes. It's about chains. But Ashlesha is also about taking the poison out of body. It's about healing. Ashlesha is about understanding the hidden tantric knowledge. So he revived a hidden knowledge which is supposed to heal you as part of his dharma and karma. Because Saturn alone, if Saturn, let's say, was in Kendra, is alone would cause dharma, karma, adhipati yoga. Then let's move to another thing here. Let's actually look at his destiny point, BP. Destiny point itself is in Aradhana Nakshatra. See, not just that we can understand destiny where the Lord is placed of the destiny, which is Mercury in the 9th house, but look at the Nakshatra Lord. Nakshatra is Aradhra, Nakshatra Lord is in the 9th house. Aradhra is again about being a Bhakt of Shiva, being an outcast. Somebody who's not following the rules of society, does not want to follow the rules of society, somebody who goes deep into spirituality, somebody who loves animals, somebody who's greatly connected to the sources which are beyond this plane. And Nakshatra Lord was in the 9th house. It shows his destiny was part of his destiny was to go to a distant foreign lands and to heal people there. Why? Because Rahu itself was in a nakshatra of Ashwini, of healer. And obviously the 11th Lord in the 5th house with Sun in the sign of Sagittarius. So part of his destiny is to have a large organization where he's going to have a lot of students learning something philosophical, judicial, and parampara of the Guru. So instead of saying, oh, he opened up a law firm or something, it's more of spiritual place. Why? Because Mercury is a nakshatra of Mula. But let's again go to Sun and Mars in the nakshatra of Vishaka. Okay. So Sun for him rules the 4th house, sits with the 7th and 12th Lord Mars. Vishaka, as you know, one of the things about Vishaka Nakshatra is a split personality. Two different things, two different types of career. So especially, first of all, what we see here, with Sun being in the sign of Libra, that his hardest job in this life, which he must master, is to deal with health, nutrition, and debts of society. And also he will have, naturally he would, I don't know if everybody can confirm it now, but he would have a split personality. 1 minute he's doing that, and suddenly he may become angry, or suddenly he may just want to do something else. So not only that, then as you know, he's an author as well. He published his book, and then after that he published many more books. So he had an ashram he was running. He had his publishing that it was happening. He was giving speeches. He was doing many different things. But specifically, Vishaka, which is ruled by Jupiter, who's in the 10th house, looking at Sun and Mars in the 6th house. So it's naturally that wherever the deficiency is, wherever the planet is debilitated, that is something that you will always try to work on. Without you even noticing that, his job internally in the second half of life was to improve his health and improve health of the masses. Why? Because 7th house is not just partnership or marriage or business partnership. It's also dealing with other people and the masses. Now, obviously, I'm not going to talk about why he did not get married. He has a specific thing happening here, which I know if I said, a lot of you will be like, oh my God, I have this. And I'm already 31, 32. I guess I'm not going to get married. Oh my God. So I'm not going to explain that, but it does have something to do with nakshatra. And it is causing a certain type of yoga again, which I believe was discussed already by Dennis Harness. Then if you look, Ketu in the birth chart, okay? Ketu, was it Ketu that I wanted to discuss? Let me see, Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is in Ashwini Nakshatra. Okay. Mercury rules his 5th house and 2nd house. 2nd house of earnings, family, 5th house of teaching, children. Goes into the 12th house and foreign lands in Ashwini Nakshatra. So again, shows his earning is going to come from later in life. Earning is going to come through going to distant places and becoming a healer. And naturally, moon is a karka of medicine. With Mercury, moon and Mercury naturally create a business person and create somebody who can go into medical field. So his whole job with Kriya Yoga was to give you a better health. Just from this, and I'm not even going in depth, because remember, there's two sides to each coin. Nobody is a perfect human being. Everybody has their, if you're in this embodiment, okay, and even early on, there would be some imperfections. But again, we don't need to discuss imperfection of somebody if they cannot defend themselves. Yogananda can't watch this. Not that he would care, but he can watch this and say, no, you're wrong. You know, so we don't want to go into that and invoke certain things. But especially if you look, Ascendant Nakshatra is Magha, Moon is in Magha, okay? And Nakshatra Lord is in the third house. So first of all, it shows me that from the beginning, he was born as its own Pitri. He was born into a family that he was a part of, meaning he's coming from his own paternal lineage, reborn into the body. But then also, if you notice, many times Yogananda experienced out-of-body experiences, Kundalini awakening, third eye awakening. Maybe he even dealt with paralysis. All that is coming through moon being in Magha Nakshatra. But because the Nakshatra Lord is in the third house, also shows us that such Nakshatra theme will always come about whenever he travels. Whenever he travels, talks, writes, he will deal with such experiences of Magha. And he would be put on a throne. Magha is a nakshatra of a throne. Any planet in there will help you be on a throne of the thing that represents whatever that planet is. So moon represents the 12th house of foreign lands. One will have to be on a throne in foreign places whenever that comes. In his particular case, I would easily say that either at the age of 16 or 28 or 40, one would find their throne. And obviously, fourth house represents the throne itself. So this is how we can understand many, many things. Now, especially if you look at his ninth Lord Mars, fourth Lord Mars, Yoga Karaka, and the controller of parents, mother and father, okay, is in the nakshatra of Uttar Bhadrapada. Having his Mars in Uttar Bhadrapada nakshatra shows he could easily change the weather. He could easily bring about storm and rain. And he was, remember when I said in the last 2 or 3 videos that I made, the Purva Bhadrapada, Uttar Bhadrapada, Revati, pretty much the entire sign of Pisces, Magha, Aradhra, Mula, these particular 6 nakshatras are the easiest to have your Kundalini awakened, easiest to have experiences with other worldly beings. So because it's the parents, shows me the parent themselves were connected to the divine. But it was his guru. Remember, 9th house is guru. Guru himself was naturally connected, and Jupiter is right there, causing Guru Mangal Yoga. Guru Mangal Yoga is a yoga of people who innovate, people who change things, bring about a completely new way of thinking and learning by their actions. So this is how we can understand many, many things just by looking at the birth and Navamsa. Now, specifically, if you look, the 10th Lord of his karma, okay, it's in Jyeshtha Nakshatra, which I talked about, yoga, okay. And also remember, Sastabhisha is another nakshatra related to hidden knowledge. So now the Venus goes in Navamsa in Sastabhisha Nakshatra. Sastabhisha is a nakshatra of 100 physicians to the gods, medicine man, healers, healthcare practitioners, Ayurvedic doctors, and aerospace engineers, magician, technologists. So again, his career was to use yoga to heal others. So you see the end theme of his career, the results of his Venus that rules his 10th house of his karma will be towards healing people as part of his career, and especially by being a guru or through an assistant of a guru. And if you notice, he met a guru who taught him Kriya Yoga. I believe Sri Yukteswar came later in his life. It was some other guru as well that taught him that. So this is how we, and especially, I will do another video by using his Pada Navamsa Dasha. But 1893, 1913. I want to check for something here. So Venus and Sun. Okay. Anyway, so guys, that was Navamsa Nakshatra part 2 of showing you how beautiful, wonderful Navamsa is, especially Navamsa Nakshatra. Okay. So if you're new to my channel, subscribe below again if you want to know where your planets are placed, what nakshatra you have, and my nakshatra consultation, all my readings. Check out the links here. And remember, just on the regular report, you don't get the nakshatra planetary Navamsa Nakshatra. It's only when I do the Navamsa Nakshatra reading, that's when I take a screenshot of that and send it to you, because my software would not do that. Okay. Thank you.